I've always had Islam in my life. My parents are both Muslim, and I believe the reason why I was able to even start this career was I was in a really bad place, and I remember like my mum said to me, yo, you need to go to the mosque and go and pray. I prayed tears praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just to give me guidance. I said I'll leave everything that I was doing that was bad in the past, and if you give me this opportunity, I'm going to be locked in. It's me and you. When you're Muslim, it is tough to be an entertainer because realistically, sometimes the content that we're doing, it can be taken the wrong way. Like, I've realized that 100% that like they will never be happy with what you're doing, and you have to not think about it. That's the reality. I didn't start this to be a beacon of inspiration to how to live your life. I'm living my own life and I'm showing you my mistakes, but I'm also showing you at the center of everything, I'm always reverting back to Allah. Gotta go back to Compton, don't I?
Yeah.
Because you don't know when things are gonna stop. But I think that 2018, end of 2018, 2019, I put in a lot of work, and I think that was what allowed me to, like, after COVID, still have a career and still be able to, like, make things work.
And now I'm gonna bring some religion to it.
Yeah.
Maybe Muslim, because he's more equipped to talk about Islam and whatnot. But you said you wanted to, I guess, be more halal in your
Yeah.
life, right? Do you think that had something to do with it, like spiritually? Well, Allah just gave you barakah? Because if you look at the timings,
yeah.
it's you rose, like you grew pretty quick compared to a lot of people out there. So you went from working at a grocery store and you're like, what, I want to do more halal, I guess. And then you just made it before COVID, because if COVID hit and you didn't rise to fame, I guess you probably would have had no job if you really think about it. Everyone was getting sacked during COVID, or shops were closing. So do you think that maybe that switch, maybe the above, helped you out a bit?
I've always had Islam in my life.
Yeah, of course.
My parents are both Muslim, born Muslim. The heritage of my family is all Muslim, right? And I believe like the reason why I was able to even start this career was I was in a really bad place, and I remember like my mum said to me like, yo, you need to go to the mosque and go and pray. And I remember, like I say this all the time, I said this multiple times, I prayed tears praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just to give me guidance. I said I'll leave everything that I was doing that was bad in the past, and if you give me this opportunity, I'm going to be locked in. It's me and you, right? And everything that's happened is because of that. Talent is one thing, but without the guidance of Allah, it's nothing. It means nothing. It's not sustainable. The bumps and the journeys the bumps in the journey that you're about to embark in, they don't hit as much if you don't have Allah. And I believe that is the reason why I'm in this place. I don't think you rise to fame as quick as I did. I don't think you have the moments that I have without that. I just don't believe it. And I don't think there's anyone that can prove me wrong. You're chosen for these things. And I always knew, like little things like, I'd post comments and people come to me and say, listen, bro, I know what you're trying to do, but just know your influence is so powerful right now. You need to maybe put that to the side. And I was just like, brother, allow me, yeah? I didn't know you was an imam, all right? Just chill out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I took the positives from that. And I was just like, it got to a stage where I was like, you know what? I'm going to put that whole dating stuff to the side, because people also don't understand that this is a form of entertainment and it's not actually how I carry myself on my day-to-day. And with Islam, I remember like Chunks called me randomly, and it was around a time where I was feeling a bit like lost. You know how it goes, man. Sometimes you're just locked into work and life and you forget to pray, and you forget that this is the reason why I'm here. I'm super grateful for it, of course, but I'm not showing my gratitude to Allah. And he messaged me actually. I still have the message on my phone. And he was like, Umrah, are you ready to go? And I just felt like it came from Allah.
Yeah,
like
perfect timing.
The message was sent at 6:46 p.m. I responded at 6:46 p.m. Didn't check my calendar or nothing. And I was like, I'm going to be there. And yeah, we went with a few of the brothers. We went with Mustafa the poet, Sharky, a few of us. The best experience, bar me having a child, was me going to Medina and then also going to Mecca to go and do Umrah. And that was like, it gave me an understanding of what I'm here for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was okay, this is it. This means more. And you know, you get people still being like, oh, you're supposed to be Muslim, but it's like, what does that even mean? Like, nobody's perfect. We was not made to be perfect. We was made to understand our right from wrongs, and day by day we get better and better. And I think when you're in a position of influence, people don't look at you like that. They want you to be prim and proper, but it's not how it works, right? So now that I've been there twice now, inshallah, we go every year. It's just like my top up of dawah, top up of like understanding our religion, understanding who we are and what we're here to do. So I believe that my journey has been the fuel, the petrol in this journey has all been governed by Allah. So without that, I would not be here at all. The luck that I've had, well, don't even want to call it luck, but the blessings that I've had have come from, you know, my parents' prayer. The reason why I've never gone to jail, the reasons why I've never really been in real problems with police and I've evaded so many different things was because of those prayers. When people speak about the prayers of your grandma, grandfather, and your dad and your mum,
They're powerful.
they're powerful.
Very powerful.
And I can't explain that to someone that doesn't know what it feels like. So going to Medina and seeing that in the flesh, like, immediately I was walking around the Kaaba just in tears, bro. Just like, wow, this is what they talk about in the books. This is what your parents tell you about how beautiful our religion is. And the fact that I have everything that I've asked for and more, I'm always grateful. I take every positive and negative with the same level of like blessing. So yeah, to answer your question, bro, like, yeah, it's all prayer. Because just imagine like 2019 and COVID. I was like, how? And then even during COVID, I got offered a mad job that helped me like look after my son, because I had a son during COVID as well. And it was like, this is just like, if you needed any proof, I'm good. So yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, honestly. Like, and you know, I can't even complain, really.
No, it's an amazing message, and one that you should keep on, because that's what our youth need to hear. You know, like they look at, obviously you're a person who's in a position of influence.
Yeah.
And you know, there are so many young people out there who follow, who might copy your trainers or copy your fashion or copy whatever. But I think that's the most enduring message. If they copy that aspect, that mindset that you have, that'll take them a long way. But on the topic of influence, right? Influence it's a two-edged sword, really.
Yeah.
And particularly when you are a Muslim who has influence, and particularly when you're a person of color who has influence, then there are so many layers that come with that. You know, that you have the pressure from within our community. Muslim community are nice.
No, Muslim police, we call it Muslim police.
They can be unforgiving.
They are genuinely, they don't play.
Yeah.
They're vicious. They say it with their chest, and thick skin. You need it.
Yeah.
You need thick skin. 100%. Like, I've realized that 100%, that like they will never be happy with what you're doing, and you have to not think about it.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
100%.
Like, I'm not here. I didn't start this to be a beacon of, you know, of inspiration to how to live your life. I'm living my own life, and I'm showing you my mistakes, but I'm also showing you at the center of everything, I'm always reverting back to Allah. So if you're gonna take anything from me, take that.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I want you to take. Anything else, that's down to you. If you wake up in the morning and you say, I want to look at Harry Pinero and I want to be inspired, that's on you, bro.
Yeah.
I have never pushed that narrative. So for anyone to do that, I couldn't care less, honestly. Because there are people that look at me and go, yeah, you're doing the right thing. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I will take advice, I'll take criticism, but don't judge me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because if you judge me, I don't have the insight to look at what you do in your life. It's easy to be on a computer or on your phone and tell someone what they shouldn't be doing.
Keyboard warriors,
but then it's like, if everyone had a telescope on them, things would be completely different. Yeah. But I honestly, a big part of that is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are, knowing that, you know, every day is a day to get better. You know, there's imams or sheikhs that are still trying their best to become better people. If they can do that, I can do the same thing as well. I say, there's a quote which I live by. A hospital will never turn down a sick person. So why can't a mosque accept me that's coming to that mosque to better myself? And that's what I live by.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Never ever do I get lost in whatever. Also, I realize that as a Muslim, we have a duty to uphold, which is understandable. But at the same time, in my line of work, I've tried my best over the last 3 years, especially last year with what's happening in Palestine, to make sure people are aware. And I've never hid that I'm Muslim. I've never hid that I'm trying my best to become a better person. But don't judge me because of the things that I've done in the past or a video that you've seen, which is entertainment. Allah knows best, not you.
So because of that influence, you don't go and, let's say, water down your content or change it. So in the back of your
Nah.
mind, that you don't allow those voices to.
No, so I just don't. For example, the whole dating stuff, that was a conscious decision for myself that, you know, I don't want to be pigeonholed in that place. That it was a moment of time. It's not who I am. I'm so much more diverse than that. Hence why I've gone into my presenting bag. I do football. I'm going to go and do fashion week. You know, I've got investments. We've got an announcement of something big that's going to come soon. I'll tell you off camera because I can't announce it. It's not out yet. Like stuff like that. I'm going into different places, but I'm using my entry level of what it was to grab your attention, but then also show you this is growth. If anything, look at my journey and be like, okay, you know what? He's getting to that place. A football player, a business, a chef, the first thing they do is always rubbish. It gets better with time. Same thing. So I don't have no sleepless nights about it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it says a lot about them more than me. If their attitude towards me is, oh, how could you be this? Poor excuse. Come on, man.
I always say, you know, like, because in our line of work, Islamic finance and whatnot, you get that feedback all the time. I always console myself with the fact that I'm like, at least I'm doing something about it. Like, talk is cheap. You can sit there and critique and criticize me for whatever you want, or our products, or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you're not doing anything better, are you? This is the best that we can offer right now. And as you said, it's continuing to innovate and evolve and change and improve. That's the life of a Muslim overall, right? From the day we are born to the day we die, it's always we have a zeal for perfection, a zeal for improvement, but we're never saying that we're the finished article. We're never saying that we're perfect.
I've never said I'm the best. I've never said that I've never pointed a finger at anyone on social media. I literally just do what I can do. And that is it. Born alone, die alone. It's the reality. When it's judgment day, I'm not going to be chatting to you and being like, yo, bro, like, no, we're all on our own journey. So you can advise. And the thing is, I don't mind people telling me what they think. It's how you say it. It has to be digestible. You know what I mean? So I live by that same mantra. And if people don't, then they're not going to get no response. I don't even respond to people anyway. Like once or twice, someone might say something like, "Oh no, mate, you got to hear what I got to say, pal." You know what I mean? Something happened the other day where someone was saying something about it, saying, "Oh, you promoting this?" And I said, "I'm not promoting anything. It's in there." And I said, "This same brand is the same jersey you're wearing. So come on, let's have it right." You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's all
like I've been following you for many years. You and Chunks and the Beta Squad and whatnot. Like personally, I'm always like these guys are good. Like they're Muslims, they're openly Muslims, as you said. Nothing sus they put out there. They don't do anything with girls, like open girls, this and that. No alcohol, no nothing. I'm like, and now that you're saying this, I'm trying to think back. I'm like, what can they possibly pick on?
But you know, I think
what's going on?
When you're Muslim, it is tough to be an entertainer because realistically, sometimes the content that we're doing can be taken the wrong way.
Yeah, you're walking a fine line.
Very, very fine line. And we have to do our best, not even for anyone else, for ourselves, to not cross that line. So we have to be very selective with what we do and what we say and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I have to be me and we have to be ourselves. And again, it goes back to the whole, watch us for the entertainment, what we're offering you. Don't watch us to be, you know, like we're shaming our religion. Because at the same time, we're the same people that have gone to Umrah to go and get, you know, ask for forgiveness. We're the same people that pray. We're the same people that carry with Muslim faith. We're the same people that during Ramadan, we stick together as a brotherhood and we fast the whole month and we do our bits. We're the same people that, you know what I mean, still donate outside of even saying anything. So it's like, it's never going to be enough for those type of people that are triggered by it. And I'm fine with that. But we do our best to, we're not perfect. I'm not sitting there saying we're perfect, but we're striving to be the best we can be. And that's all we can do.
I think a lot of people don't see behind the scenes. Meaning, what I mean by this is, I could almost guarantee you Harry, like I'm sure you have rejected so many brand deals because it's not halal, right? And the haram world we know gives a lot more money than the halal world, right? I could pretty much guarantee that you've rejected 6 figures, high 5
Betting,
figures,
alcohol,
100%.
cancelled brands,
Yep.
the lot.
Yeah.
For not because it looks great for you lot, but just for my own dignity,
conscience.
my own conscience. Like you, and what we've done, making the money that we've made from being ourselves, I'm proud of that.